Well, I just managed to knock filming off. Anyway, I've just come out of the field, which we were in, if you happened to watch the other part. I'm by where the goose was last time. I came up here. Except I can't see it here this time. It's just an empty enclosure. But we're on course because this is where we want to be. So we want to walk over towards two things. Horses, which are in the top field miles away. I'm going to zoom in for you to see them. They're galloping around, actually. See that field up there? That's where we want to be. I don't know if that'll happen because it's not very great to see them, actually, because it's so far away. And it's really, really humid. And breathing is proving actually quite hard. So anyway, we've just walked through one field that my almost ex-boss owns. We might not end up walking through anymore, but we are going to walk down this bit. That's a guarantee. Actually, the little chestnut horse which I filmed last time I was up here, I'm so happy because he's been sold and has gone to his, hopefully, forever home. So I'm really happy about that because he hasn't really had a purpose now for about a year. He's just been turned out, and it was all right initially because he was turned out in the barn. And so I used to go and chat to him. In fact, I'm thinking about this. Could have been turned out nearly 2 years. It'd be about 1.5 years, I think. I'm sure of it. Anyway, I do know he was in the barn though at one point last winter. Oh, it doesn't really matter. The point is, it's been a long time, definitely 1 year, if not longer, since he was last in work. And you start to worry about racehorses when they haven't got a purpose anymore because they don't get kept forever. So you want them to get rehomed and on with their new life. That's what you want. So I'm just really chuffed because that's happened now. And he's been gone a few weeks, so I'm not worried that he's going to come back. I think it would have happened already. So that's great. We just got out another 10 horses to find homes for. And, well, there's another horse, actually, which is getting picked up any time. That's also got its, hopefully, forever home. And the lad who's buying that used to work for us. So he knows exactly what he's buying. And that's great. So I'm dead chuffed about that, too. There's a horse running tomorrow. He's called Horizon. Actually, I filmed him today, but I've not uploaded it yet. And, well, he's been he's only a 6-year-old, but been in work, definitely, not 3, when I say 3 years, I know throw the dice mean he's been in work 3 years. But we've had him about that length of time. It's just he never really managed to stand up to the work before because he was so young when we got him. And we don't really normally keep them in training from that age. Well, we normally will try and do a bit with them, then turn them back out. It's just with him, he never really stayed sound, so he kept getting turned out for that reason. Anyway, the point is that he runs tomorrow. His first ever run. And I feel so nervous for him because I just want everything to go well and him to be okay, basically. That's all I care about. Anything else is a bonus. Yeah. At least I get to see him on Thursday, hopefully. Say goodbye to him then. I said, I had a bit of a session with him today. Had a word down his ear. So, I'm really worried about my horse, though, the mare. She's so highly strung. And I was thinking about it, I spend normally about, up to an hour every day, extra time with her. Usually, I ride her. Say usually because that hasn't really happened this time since she came in. Initially, I was getting her every other day. And then that stopped. Then I got her back with a sore mouth. She doesn't normally get a sore mouth. She does once other people start riding her, but she doesn't get a sore mouth when I'm riding her. And then they took her off me again and gave her to the horrible boy that still works there. Johnny he's called. He's a jockey. And now she's got a gaping sore... Oh no, that's not... Yeah, she's got a sore mouth. A very sore mouth is the right way to describe it. So I'm really worried about her because, you know, she's not going to have me there fighting a corner for one. And not only the riding thing, but here we are. Ben, come here, little chap. I want him to get clean in this water. He's been in some minging stuff. Good boy. Yeah, so what else am I trying to say here? Oh yeah, and not only that, but I normally spend like, well, about half an hour brushing her every day. And then I normally have a little chat and whisper down her ear for 10 minutes too. So all of this is stuff that just won't be happening once I'm gone, because nobody else has got that time to give. The only reason why I had that time to give is because I gave my own time. I wasn't getting paid to stand and brush her for half an hour every dinner time. Well spotted, Ben. Now we might have to be careful here, little one, because I'm sure we're not really meant to be in here. So anyway, this thing that we're next to, it always looks to me like there's a huge underground section to it, which there could well officially be, because after all it's a waterboard thing with a reservoir and stuff. I've just spotted some horses opposite me. Every time I turn it on myself it gets turned immediately away. I'm going to wait anyway because it's only their bums. But in fact, let's have a little sit on this stone thing. That sounds like a good idea to me. Ben won't appreciate it though. Oh, I'm like an old lady today, I really am. Like an old lady. Little Ben. This is what you're doing, Nina. So, oh great, there's somebody running. How annoying. I'm going to pause this until she runs past. So, yeah, she's scurrying off up that hill. She's got a very bright t-shirt on. Ben's really unimpressed that I'm sitting here. I'm sorry, little chap. I'm like an old lady, what's wrong with me? Maybe it's taken its toll, all this leaving work malarkey. Well, I think it is, to be honest. I look about 100 years old, and I feel about 1,000 years old. So, oh God, I just want it kind of like, part of me just wants it done already, so that I can move on. And I'm almost there, and in a couple of days' time, or a week or so's time, or maybe like 3 weeks' time, when I'm more like over it all, I could think, why on earth were you trying to rush those last few days? Why didn't you savour them? But the thing is, the second I start to try and savour them, I just want to burst into tears. And so it's like a bizarre combination of wanting to enjoy the last few days and just wanting them over with already. It's hard and it's stressful. And whilst it's incredibly freeing to know that, well, I'm going, you know, I'm going, it's happening. And that's very freeing, because you can feel very trapped sometimes. And despite all the things I do love about the job, there's the other side of the coin, with a lot of stuff which is, you know, it's not so great. So, little Ben, look, he's there. He said, I'm here. Got a bit of grass in your moustache and you won't let me get it out. Oh, I've got it. Oh, it's gone into his chest instead. Good boy. You wouldn't mind me sitting here, actually, if you could get up. So maybe I shouldn't have my foot there. Come on, then. Come on, up, up, up. Come here. You can perch there. He says, no, there's not really enough room, Nina. I'm going mad. What way am I having the camera? We're going to move in a second anyway. But not feeling the idea of walking all the way up there to the other fields. I think we might just go for the really boring option of like going back. I don't like it when I feel like this. Not nice. No energy. I suppose it's rather like the weather because it's kind of like in a place where it doesn't know what to do. It's close and it's wanting to have a storm, but it's not happening yet. Thank God it's not happening because I've got washing out. Yeah, we're going to walk back this way. Leave the horses for another day when I can breathe, when I haven't got washing out, and when I've got some energy to actually use. And also, in all honesty, it's actually not great having Ben with me because I can't really go in the fields so easily. Because the thing is, he gets a little bit jealous if I start talking to other animals, and he wants to come and get in the action. So, we'll buy lots of blackberries. I was going to start picking them then, and then I thought, it's a bit low down there, I don't want dogs to have been weeing on them. So, I know what's wrong with me, I need some food. It's 20 to 8, and I've had one Cadbury's caramel bar, a small one. I do love this bit here, and it's kind of random because it's attached to Harvey's field, but you can't own it, not when it looks like that. But he owns the opposite side, so I'm sure he doesn't own this side though. Positive. It looks far too, not to say that Harvey doesn't have fields which look nice. Well, he doesn't really, because he doesn't use them for that kind of purpose. He has like animals on his fields. He doesn't have, although we do make our own hay. Do you know the worst thing about working there? Everything that they do, you end up saying, we do. When it's actually nothing to do with me. It's all to do with them. The horse, which I call my horse, is not my horse. She has owners. Not my bosses. She has owners separate from them who've got a stud farm. And that's what she will do when she retires. She'll go be a stud mare. So it's very unhealthy to be constantly calling other people's property or activities your own. I don't know why we all do that, but we do that. I suppose because it's like you're made to feel like part of a team, and well, I don't know about that. But I suppose you kind of feel a bit like their property when you work for them. And even though that's never been said out loud, it's the underlying feeling. So maybe that's why we say that. Our horses, that's another one. What else? What else do we say that I'm going to stop saying? God, I can't think of anything now. My mind's gone blank. Loads of stuff, though. They're not ever the horses. They're always our horses. It's crazy. And then if you're really tired and overworked and you're talking to the bosses, instead of just saying I'm really tired and overworked, it would all be like, well, you've got to do it, it's hard, but that's the nature of the job. What else do we have? We don't have to say any of this stuff, but we do say it, all of us. What else? Probably can't upload this video, actually. It's far too scandalous. The dark side of racing. That's what I should call it, the dark side of racing. No, if I called it that, it would get loads of hits. And I don't want my stuff to have loads of hits. I don't want it to fall into the wrong eyes. I'd be getting sued. Is anything I say, I try not to say stuff which is going to get me in trouble, but sometimes I probably shouldn't say some of the things I do. Oh dear. Oh, goodness gracious me. Yeah, I'm just laughing at actually because I'm thinking, in all honesty, they're accusing me of like trying to start this revolution last week. I'm calling it a revolution because it sounds better than saying strike. Which wasn't true, but maybe it would have been quite cool if it had been true. But it wasn't true, and that's why I was so mad. I'm going up a really steep hill. Oh, God. What's wrong with me? Need some, like, special healing, I think. Oh, gosh. I should really stop filming, because I'm far too whingy and whiny. And definitely on low energy. And it's, mind you, we're nearly back at the car, so maybe if you can put up with my whinging and whining just a little bit longer, then it'll be over with. Maybe this is relevant because I was going to do these like video diaries all about starting my new life and all that malarkey. And this is part and parcel of it, isn't it? This feeling low energy, tired, old. Yeah. Oh my God, I could start crying actually. We won't include any tears. That would just be like, no. Maybe I'll stop filming now after all. My God. Yeah, I definitely am in tune with the weather today. Or the weather's in tune with me. Maybe a little bit of both. I think I'm getting eaten here as I'm walking. Keep feeling all itchy. I'm going to turn this away from me anyway. Want to see how long we've got left and whatnot. I just realised the irony that I've had it on me whilst walking up that steep hill and whatnot, and now we're going downhill on an easy bit. I've turned it away. Oh well, maybe that's like something I need to look into, making life more difficult than it needs to be. I'm sure that is something that maybe not just I need to look into, maybe all of us do. But the thing is, life's made hard for us. It's not that we're necessarily making it harder than it needs to be. I think we get brainwashed into everything being harder than it needs to be. And not only that, but obviously to ensure that the brainwashing sticks, things that should be easy are made incredibly hard. And then, you know, obviously the end aim is to have people depressed, energyless, sitting around, feeling despondent and hopeless about what to do next. Entrapment, of course. Another massive, like, aim of the game. So, it's, yeah, not always just quite as simple as we're making things more difficult than they need to be. Things are made more difficult than they need to be. And then we just kind of fall into that sometimes. All of us. Like, no, I don't think anybody can, like, hand on heart say that they don't fall into that. Part of the secret to life, to being happy, is to keep a check on that and, yeah, try and, like, don't mean living like a false freeness. It's very, very easy to live a false freeness, which isn't really real. I can do that. I've done that many a time. For a good few years now, even though I hadn't changed my job yet, I have been like definitely very involved in the process of freeing my mind and losing like the entrapments which come hand in hand with this life. Even though I'm walking downhill, it's actually quite hard going. Maybe I got a tap. No, I'm not going to say that. I think I've got a lot going on at the moment, and it makes life hard. I just got a little burst of energy though then. It could be excitement, because I'm thinking, well, I wasn't thinking that, but maybe somewhere within me I was, because suddenly I'm like closer to food. This is where last time when we came here, there was a huge, I think it was one of those Maine Coon cats. It was just down there. Where little Ben is. Come on, little one. This is definitely my boss's land. Do you know how I know? Apart from the state of the field, this gate here and the baler twine securing it. That's a sign. Oh my goodness, I'll turn it back on to me for the last 5 minutes, and then this depressing walk and talk thing is going to be over with for today. Oh goodness gracious me. At least I can be like depressed and stressed with a smile on my face. I think it's more of a grimace actually. I wonder how many people, well, you know what, I don't think many people have the luxury of being able to do a complete overhaul in their lives, because most women have children, most people are in relationships, and life's not so easy to just like cut the cords and change everything. I've just discovered the way to go. If I come on this walk in, oh, it's dark. I didn't realise it was pitch black. Come on, little Ben, we'll walk a bit quicker then. Oh, that makes you feel better. I was walking too slowly, that's where I was going wrong. I think I was. I think that's definitely true. So anyway, I think all this stuff, like, everything's designed to make it easier to stay in the same situation, even if the situation you're in isn't the happiest one you could be in and the best one for you. It's always easier to stay in that situation than it is to change it. And so all the feelings and stuff which I'm going through, where, trust me, none of it says to me, stay where you are. I'm beyond that stage. But it does make it a little harder to keep moving with what you're doing, I suppose. I think for me, I'm very excited about what I'm going to be doing next. It's just the feeling of dread attached to one horse that's killing that for me, because it does not feel good for her, what I'm doing. It feels incredibly selfish. And that's hard for me to deal with, because I'm not a selfish person. In fact, everything that I'm doing now, I wanted to do last year. And because of one horse that I don't even own, I thought, well, put it off a year and hopefully she might not do another season. And you can leave. You can get her through another year and then leave now. And so, trust me, there's been parts of me that think, maybe you should just do it for one more season, Nina. One more season. But I can't take that risk, actually, because not only am I getting older, and actually more desperate to get out, although I would have happily stayed part-time, the best thing for me, I think, is to get out. Oh God, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, I think maybe with access courses at the moment, if you do an access course and then do a degree, they scrap your course fees, and I think they're on about changing that law, or rule, or whatever you want to call it. So I can't take the risk of taking another year for that reason. Just see how much time is left. 1 minute. So that's why I've got to do it now, regardless to how easy it would be to stay another year. Anyway, we're back at where we started, although, because I knocked the camera off, you didn't start here with me. Not on this take anyway. I think I ended about 10 minutes with the other camera, but I'm not certain about that. I'm going to switch this off now because I'm sure my time's up. Thanks for watching, and I'm sorry it's been a bit difficult, but that's life, I guess. Bye bye. Comment if you want. Bye.